Baby Rebecca is about the only one smiling this morning at the Women and Children's Emergency Homeless Shelter. That's because it's 5:30 and it was a long night. 36 children and 43 women slept side by side on blanket-covered mattresses laid out like a puzzle on the floor.
Yeah? Wow. You just want kissies?
They stayed at the downtown San Diego Rescue Mission because they had nowhere else to go.
I need you to head to the elevators, please.
Every morning, they hustle to get ready, pack their bags, and go downstairs for breakfast. Today, it's biscuits, eggs, and potatoes. They eat up with one eye on the clock. The older children have to get to school, but the babies and toddlers face a tough day with mom on the streets. Children are one of the fastest growing segments of the U.S. homeless population. According to the National Coalition for the Homeless, 1.2 million children nationwide are homeless on any given night. In San Diego, 2,400 children stayed in emergency or transitional shelters last year. Half were under the age of 6. The rescue mission sheltered 683 of those children in its emergency facility, up from 487 2 years ago.
The ability to supervise multiple children while you're on the street is, for the best mom, difficult. For some of our moms, it's impossible.
Sherry Hauser is vice president of programs at the rescue mission. She says the shelter is only licensed to be open from 7 at night to 7 in the morning. For 12 hours during the day, moms with little ones are on their own. Hauser says most families end up in nearby parks or wandering the streets of downtown.
Because they're out and they're not connected to our facility when they leave, I'm not sure how much we don't know.
Hauser says she does know one of the shelter's 5-year-old boys was recently hit by a car as he was leaving the shelter, and that children are at risk of many other dangers.
And then there's some of our moms who are in abusive relationships, and then when they leave here, they go try to get, someplace to stay for a day, and the kids are seeing abuse, they're seeing sexual abuse, they're seeing drugs.
The rescue mission often extends its 30-day emergency shelter limit because waiting lists for longer-term shelters like St. Vincent de Paul and Cortez Hill Family Center are currently 2 to 4 months long. In 2010, waiting lists averaged 3 to 4 weeks. After a long day, 24-year-old Robin Gorman checks back into the San Diego Rescue Mission's emergency shelter with her 2 kids, 1-year-old Rebecca and 2.5-year-old Joshua. Little Rebecca's smile has faded.
That's hard with both kids, stroller, bags. Yeah.
Gorman and her kids have stayed at the shelter for 7 weeks. She says she tries to make each day an adventure at the park.
I usually lay out a blanket, put some toys on it. I go to the center so that they're not like right by the street or by the sidewalk.
Other moms say they spend their days in line for welfare services with their kids strapped in their strollers much of the day. The sun is getting ready to go down, but for many of these children, it's the first time all day that they've had a chance to play. This courtyard filled with bikes and scooters and a basketball hoop is their backyard, but it's only open for about an hour each day. Sherry Hauser says there's an urgent need for a preschool or daycare center at the rescue mission for moms like Gorman. She's helping to put a proposal in motion.
So this would be, I think, a major step towards providing some kind of normal childhood for them. And their childhood hasn't been normal. They sleep in a shelter.
Hauser envisions a beautiful classroom and modern playground equipment where children have a daily routine, nurturing teachers, and healing.
I want it to be the kind of preschool that you would walk in as a mom, or any mom would walk in and say, wow, I would put my kid there. And I want it to be something that they remember in the cycle of homelessness that was okay.
Gorman says a daycare would allow her to go back to school.
I could know that they're safe, they're taken care of, and even if they miss me, they're not alone. And I'd be able to go on with what I need to do so that we can, get out of this situation.
Until then, she says she's grateful when the shelter doors open and a warm meal is served.
Big mouth.
After dinner, shelter residents return to the overcapacity bedroom walls to set up their mattresses and get ready for bed.
Where do I go? Where's my bed?
Everyone is hoping for some sleep, and that one night soon will be their last night of homelessness. Susan Murphy, KPBS News.